A train moves with the speed of 180 km/h. Find the speed in ms. A 20 ms. B 30 ms. C 50 ms. D 70 ms. The correct answer is 50 ms. A 150 meters long train moving at the speed of 126 km/h. What time it will take to cross an electric pole? A 3.5 seconds. B 4.2 seconds. C 5 seconds. D 6 seconds. The correct answer is 4.2 seconds. A train of length 250 meter long running at the speed of 10 ms. How much time it will take to cross the platform of 650 meter length? A 60 seconds. B 72 seconds. C 85 seconds. D 90 seconds. The correct answer is 90 seconds. A train with a uniform speed crosses a pole in 2 seconds and a bridge of length 250 m in 7 seconds. The length of the train is A 85 meter. B 100 meter. C 105 meter. D 125 meter. The correct answer is 100 meter. A train of 260 m long passed a pole in 26 seconds. How long will it take to pass a platform of 740 m long? A 78 seconds. B 96 seconds. C 100 seconds. D 115 seconds. The correct answer is 100 seconds. A train travels first 160 km at 64 km/h and the next 160 km at 80 km/h. The average speed for the first 320 km of the tour is A 57.24 km/h. B 71.11 km/h. C 78.32 km/h. D 91 km/h. The correct answer is 71.11 km/h. The ratio between the speeds of two trains is 5:6. If the second train runs 600 km in 5 hours, the speed of the first train is A 30 km/h. B 90 km/h. C 100 km/h. D 300 km/h. The correct answer is 100 km/h. Two trains approach each other at 30 km/h and 27 km/h from two places 342 km apart. After how many hours will they meet? A 6 hrs. B 9 hrs. C 10 hrs. D 11 hrs. The correct answer is 6 hrs. The speed of a 180 m long train is 60 km/h. How much time will take to pass a platform of 600 m long? A 40 sec. B 42.5 sec. C 45.8 sec. D 46.8 sec. The correct answer is 46.8 sec. A train traveling at a speed of 30 ms crosses a platform 600 m long in 30 seconds. The length of the train is A 200 m. B 250 m. C 300 m. D 450 m. The correct answer is 300 m. A 230 m long train crosses a bridge in 30 seconds at 45 km/h. The length of the bridge is A 130 m. B 145 m. C 245 m. D 250 m. The correct answer is 145 m. A train crosses a pole in 15 seconds, while it crosses a 100 m long platform in 25 seconds. The length of the train is A 125 m, B 135 m, C 150 m, D 200 m. The correct answer is 150 m. A fast train takes 3 hours less than the slow train for a journey of 600 kilometers. If the speed of the slow train is 10 km/h less than the fast train, the speed of the slow train is A 32 km/h, B 40 km/h, C 46 km/h, D 51 km/h. The correct answer is 40 km/h. Two trains starts from two stations A and B and travel towards each other at 40 km/h and 50 km/h respectively. At the time of their meeting, the second train has traveled 110 kilometers more than the first. The distance between A and B is A 850 km, B 870 km, C 935 km, D 990 km. The correct answer is 990 km. A train covered a certain distance at a uniform speed. If the train had been 5 km/h faster, it would have taken 3 hours less than the scheduled time. If the train was slower by 5 km/h, the train would have taken 5 hours more than the scheduled time. The length of journey is A 120 km, B 140 km, C 160 km, D 180 km. The correct answer is 180 km. Bombay Express left Delhi for Bombay at 14.30 hours travelling at a speed of 70 km/h and Rajdhani Express left Delhi for Bombay on the same day at 15.30 hours travelling at a speed of 90 km/h. How far away from Delhi will the two trains meet? A 285 km, B 290 km, C 315 km, D 345 km. The correct answer is 315 km. A train without stoppages travels at the rate of 60 km/h and with stoppages it travels at 55 km/h. How many minutes does the train stop on an average per hour? A 5 min, B 8 min, C 10 min, D 12 min. The correct answer is 5 min. A train traveled distances of 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers and 30 kilometers at speeds of 50 km/h, 60 km/h and 90 km/h respectively. The average speed of the train was A 67.25 km/h, B 69.23 km/h, C 70.12 km/h, D 72.45 km/h. The correct answer is 69.23 km/h. Two trains A and B start running together from the same point in the same directions at 50 km/h and 60 km/h respectively. If the length of each train is 200 m, how long will it take for the train B to cross train A? A 121 second, B 135 sec, C 144 sec, D 156 sec. The correct answer is 144 sec. A train 200 m in length passes a milestone in 20 sec and another train of the same length traveling in opposite direction in 15 sec. The speed of the second train is A 12 1/3 m sec, B 15 and 2/5 ms, C 16 and 2/3 ms, D 18 and 3/5 ms. The correct answer is 16 and 2/3 ms. How much time will a train 180 m long take to cross a bridge 300 m long, if it is running at a speed of 50 km/h? A 31.21 sec. B 34.56 sec. C 37.15 sec. D 39.59 sec. The correct answer is 34.56 sec. Two goods train each 400 m long are running in opposite directions on parallel tracks. Their speeds are 400 km/h and 30 km/h respectively. The time taken by the slower train to pass the driver of the faster one is A 32.87 sec. B 36.15 sec. C 39.33 sec. D 41.14 sec. The correct answer is 41.14 sec. A 150 m long train crosses a man walking at the speed of 5 km/h in the opposite direction in 5 seconds. The speed of the train is A 95 km/h, B 98 km/h, C 101 km/h, D 103 km/h. The correct answer is 103 km/h. A train passes two persons walking in the same direction in which the train is going. These persons are walking at the rate of 2 km/h and 4 km/h respectively, and the train passes them completely in 10 seconds and 12 seconds respectively. The speed of the train is A 14 km/h, B 19 km/h, C 23 km/h, D 27 km/h. The correct answer is 14 km/h. A train moving at the rate of 40 km/h crosses a standing man in 10 seconds. It will crosses a platform 60 m long in A 15.40 sec. B 18.56 sec. C 22.29 sec. D 25.14 sec. The correct answer is 15.40 sec. Two trains travel in opposite directions at 35 km/h and 40 km/h. A man sitting in the slower train passes the faster train in 10 seconds. The length of the faster train is A 188.13 m, B 192.62 m, C 201.45 m, D 208.33 m. The correct answer is 208.33 m. Two trains running in opposite directions at 36 km/h and 45 km/h cross each other in 20 seconds. If one of the train is 200 m long, the length of the other train is A 235 m, B 245 m, C 250 m, D 265 m. The correct answer is 250 m. Two trains each 100 m long, moving in opposite directions cross each other in 10 seconds. If one is moving twice as fast as the other, then the speed of the faster train is A 48 km/h, B 53 km/h, C 58 km/h, D 67 km/h. The correct answer is 48 km/h. A train 100 m long is running at 50 km/h. In what time will it pass a man running in the direction opposite to that of the train at 5 km/h? A 5 and 3/11 sec. B 5 and 6/11 sec. C 6 and 6/11 sec. D 7 and 9/11 sec. The correct answer is 6 and 6/11 sec. Two trains 110 m and 95 m long run at the speed of 40 km and 70 km per hour respectively in opposite directions on parallel tracks. The time which they take to cross each other is A 6.20 sec. B 6.70 sec. C 7.25 sec. D 7.38 sec. The correct answer is 6.70 sec. A train 80 m long moving at a speed of 40 km/h crosses a train 100 m long coming from opposite direction on parallel tracks in 5 sec. The speed of the second train is A 72.2 km/h, B 77.5 km/h, C 83.7 km/h, D 89.6 km/h. The correct answer is 89.6 km/h. A train is running at the rate of 60 km/h. A man is going in the same direction parallel to the train at 20 km/h. If the train crosses the man in 18 seconds, the length of the train be A 200 m, B 220 m, C 225 m, D 245 m. The correct answer is 200 m. A 120 m long train takes 10 seconds to cross a man standing on a platform. The speed of the train is A 6 m sec, B 12 m sec, C 16 m sec, D 20 m sec. The correct answer is 12 m sec. Two trains running in opposite directions cross a man standing on the platform in 25 secs and 15 seconds respectively, and they cross each other in 20 seconds. The ratio of their speed is A1, 1, B1, 2, C2, 1, D2, 3. The correct answer is 1, 1. Convert 20 m sec into km/h. A 65 km/h, B 68 km/h, C 72 km/h, D 79 km/h. The correct answer is 72 km/h. A train traveling at 40 km/h completely crosses another train having half its length and traveling in the opposite direction at 60 km/h in 9 seonds. If it passes a platform in 2 minutes, the length of the platform is A 1076.32 m, B 1132.12 m, C 1166.66 m, D 1197.16 m. The correct answer is 1166.66 m. A train 150 m long takes 10 seconds to cross a man walking at 5 km/h in the direction opposite to that of the train. Find the speed of the train. A 45 km/h, B 49 km/h, C 53 km/h, D 55 km/h. The correct answer is 49 km/h. A 80 m long train is running at 72 km/h. In how much time will it cross an electric pole? A 4 sec, B 5 sec, C 6 sec, D 7 sec. The correct answer is 4 sec.